Hey guys, it's Mr. Mini Painter, and I was able to get my hands on this beautiful box, The Witcher Path of Destiny. A game by Lucas Wozniak in collaboration with Go On Board, and of course with the official license of CG Projekt Red. Beautiful box to start off with. I really love the illustrations, which are very like the game, the series, and of course all your favorite characters are in here. Of course, as always, I am in it for the miniatures, but let's face it, this could be a lovely game to play. I've never played this before. I read some things about it. The miniatures are of course my main reason, but I love these kind of games. I've played a couple of them and I'm very curious as to how this is going to play. So yeah, let's open it up. So let's see what the contents are here. There is inside a playmat, 5 character miniatures, 5 character scoring miniatures, 5 character boards, 5 character standees, 5 automa boards, whatever that may be. I think this is the game board, this one's. Some cards, some tail cards, wooden markers, and a ton of tokens. You can play it with 1 to 5 players. It should take more or less an hour, depending on the type of a game you play. And let's open this up. The world of The Witcher has a very rich culture, a very rich background, was the word I'm looking for. So there is a lot of characters, there is a lot of history, of course a beautiful world in which dark light, monsters, magic, everything is possible. So a lot to go for. Of course we love Geralt of Rivia, but there are so many others that make this tale, and I suppose this game, worth our while. So there's a component list of all the stuff inside the box, but let's just take it out of the box because that's a lot more interesting. And in this rule book are some tales, some ways to play the solo game, so I'm sure to try that out in the near future. There is this content overview. Let's put that aside. Oh wow, this looks amazing to start off with. We have the game boards over here, some character overviews. I love these boxes. I'm curious as to the contents of that. Okay, so there are some different boards. We have Ciri, we have Geralt, we have Dandelion. Well, let me show you guys, because the artwork is very nice. I love the inlays here for the cubes and the markers. Very nice. Geralt. We have Dandelion. Naglfar, of course. And there is Vesemir. And because this was an exclusive, a Kickstarter exclusive, I also have Geralt. Is it Geralt or Geralt? Geralt on Roach, which has separate rules. All right. Then there is, I always love it when they pay attention to the inlay of the box, because sometimes it's very well thought of, sometimes it's not, it's just a box. This has been very cleverly done with all kinds of different containers and some separations for these kinds of boxes in here. Playmat on the side. This is, to be quite honest, my main reason to open these kind of boxes, the miniatures. Some nice box art here. Let's show you guys what's inside. These minis are nicely done. I love that when miniatures have their own bases, their unique bases. Some games, they have these plain bases and you have to either make something of it yourself, or they are pre-based and you have to make an effort to make something of it yourself. But these minis, they all have unique bases, which make them a bit more interesting. That's basically it. That's so nice. We have Ciri here. Vesemir. Also with his own unique base. This one, well, I love this one already. That's going to be a lot of fun to paint. Naglfar. Geralt, holding his hand out for a sigil or a sign. Double sword on the back, or one in his hand, one on his back. Very nice. We have Ciri here. And Dandelion, holding his lute. And they all have their own markers. Tiny city over here. Yennefer's marker, I think. Not really sure. This one's quite obvious. Geralt's marker with the wolf's head. We've got this bird over here. I'm a little bit lost as to who that belongs to. And of course the lute with some flowers. Very nice details. Wow. But that's not all. We've got, let's see, this thing here with all of the tokens and markers. Then we have all of these individual character tokens and or markers. So Geralt, there's Ciri, but there's other ones here as well. Dandelion, Yennefer, and who's this one? Vesemir, probably, yeah. There is a nice metal coin here. I haven't read the rule book, so I'm clueless as to what the purpose of this coin is, but we'll see. And then we can take this off. We have all of the cards over here, which are very nicely designed. Beside that, we have a ton of other cards here. Some solo mode cards. There's some very nice artwork here. I love these boxes. They're like tiny books. Very nicely done. All different themed. So to play different modes, I think. In it is a sort of storyline. They are numbered, so they probably follow one another. I love this design. Also the other ones, they look very nice. The tiny books. I love it when games pay attention to these kind of details. I mean, it's easy to create some cards, but this way it's so much more fun. This is a very nice way of playing a game using a playmat. Let's see if I can show you what that looks like. That is so nice. With the wolf's head on top, a storybook in the middle, the places for the cards, the markers. Oh wow, this goes on and on. That is so nice. Nice rubber mat, so it's sticks to the table. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun to try out. First, I'm going to start painting the minis, of course, because it's a shame to play gray. So that will be the first thing on my agenda. And now let me show you guys the other boxes, because there is more. So this is probably the biggest box, the expansion, the stretch goals. But it's not just any extra miniatures as you often see with these kind of games, but this is a whole new level of gameplay. Let's open this one up and let me show you what I mean. There are, of course, a lot of beautiful miniatures in here, as well as their markers, some extra monsters, a whole lot of those new books that we saw in the base in the core box. But also an additional rule book, because of course the new characters, they also have new rules, some new gameplay, voice of reason envelopes with a secret component that you can add to your game, and some special rules for the characters or the game itself. So a lot of new stuff here. There is, of course, a ton of markers for this game. We have some nice game components here. Some extra additions. Then over here we have new boxes to make those lovely books we saw before. 5 of them this time, so a lot of new cards, I guess. There is some new set of character cards. The Crimson Avenger of Dandelion we see here. Really no clue what this is, but it shows a lot of money. A nice scorebook. New characters. So we have Triss, Leto, Yarpen, Dijkstra, and Emil Reed. Regis. Then here are the envelopes I talked about. No, it's not the envelopes actually, it's the investigation steps. Oh wow. Identify the killer. This looks like a murder mystery. The same inlay as before. Actually, there are some pencils, Witcher pencils. We got a set of cards here with some stretch goal missions, I guess. A box to put everything in, and below is, of course, again, my main reason for opening these kind of boxes. I love these minis. Before we do that, let's open up this. There's some plastic in here. Let's put that aside. We've got these beautiful markers. One of those mysterious coins again. I love it when they add these kind of bags because it's nice to store your stuff in a themed way, right? So we've got these bags to put everything in. Here is a ton of cards, as I predicted, for the books I showed you before. Some markers. These cards, also a lot of them. There are some mysterious envelopes here. The Edge of the World, and it says open only after the following achievements are unlocked. So this is kind of an extra turn of events during the game, I guess, to keep playing. And there is a special Witcher envelope, open only after the following achievements are unlocked. So all of them have their own set of cards, and there are some markers and rings over here. That's it. Well, that's not it. The minis. Let's look at that. Let's take this one out and see what we have here. Of course, this is the one that is the most, stands out the most because of its sheer size. It's going to be a lot of fun to paint this one. They are so well done. There's Dijkstra. Double swords on the back. Emil. Well, it looks like a Wolverine. I love the skeleton on the base. And here is Triss. Whoops. Don't throw them around. Wow. Yeah, so a lot of new stuff to paint. I like the way they made their own unique markers. Two snake heads. Dijkstra's chalice. tiny letter. Such nice details. Alright, so I've got a couple more left I'm going to show you real quick. So yeah, what would The Witcher be without the Wild Hunt? The Wild Hunt expansion is one of the additions to this game. Also a complete new way of playing this game. You lead the Wild Hunt or you cooperate to fight it back. Team play and a new storyline. Also its own playmat, 6 Nero miniatures, a double-layered player board, character standee, an automata board, 45 cards, some tail cards, and wooden markers. Let's see what this contains. A tiny rulebook, because it's just an addition to the base game, so it's not that much. We've got a beautiful Wild Hunt board, again with the inlays for the markers. Its own card, its own set of cards, the storyline, of course the corresponding tokens, some cards. Again, I love the inlay of this box. It's so nicely done. Everything fits in its own place. When we take this out, the minis and the playmat will become visible. Let's take out this beautiful playmat. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Again, that is so nice. A nice rubber playmat, so it sticks to the board. I'm holding it upside down. Yeah, that looks amazing. And then there are these minis. This is huge. 4 of them, actually. This one comes loose, this one as well, probably because it's easier to paint, otherwise it will be a hell to get your brush in between. So that's very cleverly thought of. But there we have them, the Wild Hunt. These are stuck to the base. I love the details on the floor with this one. Yeah, once done you can kind of glue it together or just stick it in place like this. That is so nice. And we got these same guys as individuals. Some skulls on the base. Very nice details. And they all have one common marker. Well, it looks impressive. That's it. Now there is another one. I'm going to show you that as well, of course. Over here we have the Legendary Monsters expansion. Because let's face it, the world of The Witcher is a world of crazy monsters. With a lot of fantasy, and the world wouldn't be the same without them. So in this box we have 4 legendary monster miniatures with 8 legendary monster cards, some movement cards, trail cards, runestone cards, companion cards, roots and suffering tokens, health point tokens, and a double-sided monster life counter and 1 monster die. 2 new witchers, and also of course a new way to play this game. Stand up to the challenge or play together, fight a common enemy. Let's see what this contains. I haven't opened up any of the boxes before. I bought them through eBay, so they were previously owned, but all in a beautiful new condition. So a tiny rule book with the explanation of all the new elements, some game boards and a kind of a spin dial, all these kind of markers, these ones as well. New sets of cards. Of course, a nice box to store everything in once you've popped it out. A special die. This is to put the spinning dial on the board. We've got a set of cards and the monsters. Let's open this one up. Wow, they're huge. So they probably have names. I don't really recall it. I'm going to show you guys anyway. Look at the antlers on this one. These are going to be so much fun to paint. You can go a bit nuts with these kind of monsters. The use of colors, of details. Wow, this huge one over here. Look at him arising from this smoky swirl. That is beautiful. So there are 2 tiny more sets I'm going to show you. There are just characters. Let's take them. I've got these 2 tiny expansions to the base game. Let's start with this one. Naglfar. These words are sometimes impossible to pronounce. Naglfar, I think. A tiny expansion, an interdimensional threat. Naglfar supports the Wild Hunt, but that doesn't mean that the heroes are left hopeless. Use new tools to lead the ship astray. A beautiful mini, 1 to 5 players, so it's a tiny edition, but a nice one and a game changer for sure. Let's see if we can safely open this. There we go. So, what's in here? A tiny rule book, some cards, and this beautiful mini with the ship. Let's try again. The Naglfar? Yeah, something like that. That is beautiful. And there is this last one, which is of course our hero, the guy we really want to paint all these characters for, Geralt of Rivia. So Geralt on Roach this time, and we saw his card in the core box. Again, there are some additional cards in here as well. And Well, you gotta love this one. I mean, Geralt and The Witcher wouldn't be the same without Roach. And there he is. There they are. These are going to be a lot of fun to paint, as if I didn't have enough minis already. I wanted to take on this challenge, painting this one as well. So they're probably going to be on my channel, or you can find it on my Patreon page, which I'm going to be launching soon. And I will be painting all of these minis. So please stay tuned, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!